Sierra Leone with a magnificent equaliser.
Cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Europe. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as Yusuf will get the chance for add your voice to the program.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sports Updates Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And I'm Jaffa Davis for this edition, and today inside this edition of the program, they continue for a look at midweek fixtures which are happening inside the Leoroc Premier League. And same way so, we go take an eye for turning attention to what's in the happen inside tennis as the new executive of the Salon Tennis Association don't go get a memorandum of understanding with Coley Limited Company as well for getting to digitalization and tennis awareness to young people and the citizens in the country. This plus your comment and contribution, same way so we will also pay attention to the return leg fixture of what will happen inside the UEFA Champions League, as a whole lot of very interesting scorelines been come out from the first leg, and now we pay attention to what we will expect inside the second leg as then fixtures they are going to play again. So not going outside, the number is 077-981-981. Now the number you go use 077-981-981. Now the number you go use, or you can join the conversation at Radio Democracy social media platforms on Facebook, through the comment section, and also on YouTube, and you can use the comment section set for make your point and ask questions. But the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. Me will bring Canton at this edition Fumble, and I'm Jaffa Davis, and with me in the studio for now I get Alfred Jana. Alfred, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning, Jaffa. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
Yes, now turn my attention to football first before we start with waiting we expect inside the world of tennis after the new executive don't get a memorandum of understanding. Particularly with football for this week, Leoroc Premier League will get midweek fixtures them where they start tomorrow on Wednesday, and the blockbuster fixture therefore happen at the SLFA Academy between Mighty Blackpool and Old Edwardians. Very, very rich fixture. Mighty Blackpool, they in desperate search for points. Old Edwardians, they look for strong consistency in the league for who forget a hand on a trophy. All of these come with a different bar, but it makes this fixture very interesting.
Yes, definitely, Jaffa, as you rightly mentioned. There are, of course, 30 clubs still at the Premier League right now. We don't know they do better thing. But we don't say with the intervention of the management, they don't come in and bring in some new recruits from the different clubs there. Don't they say they don't even buckle up some of the performance system. So in the area of the old Edwardians, we don't see then are clubs, of course, where they don't play for a long time, and we don't say then they actually play fine ball. But just that when it comes to the implementation of goal scoring methods, they lack. But they play fine ball really. At the time again with the CC they concede some lack goals then.
Yes. But for Mighty Blackpool, then they start this match week 20 in 12th position. All Edwardians they start in 5th position. All Edwardians been lost to second from bottom at the time when I've been Abacha City, and then they make them not be able to claim up now the higher part of the table. But Mighty Blackpool, starting at this point, the coach don't get an opportunity for sign some players them, and then we look forward for get more and more players them over the next course of the next season. But this trip, they get to go through a strong test. We also look at how much they need more victory for the arena or the venues then begin to flop with more fans then. all two very important for the two teams. Who do you think say Agobu make the day on Wednesday?
Well, in football, it is very much unpredicted. For me, someone go predict almost say, I will come tell particular team as I'm going to win, because you might never know when how you don't know the particular opponents so they can play against his strength. Until of course, in the pitch of play, you see certain clubs they perform greatly. So let me just make a reference to some of the European teams there. In the area of Barcelona, we still play against Newcastle United. We actually, some people already say it can be an easy one for Barcelona, but that was not an easy one. We saw Newcastle before fight them hard. Compare against our own national clubs in Barcelona, so some clubs say they don't. And we might never know, maybe the management don't go, they don't sit down, they don't tell and say, actually, we need for win this particular game also. And if we win game also, we're able for boost up with confidence for say, we'll actually be for win more games there. But again, in the meantime, we don't see say, the Old Edwardians now, one of the best clubs teams as of now. And again, look at the position where they're in the 5th position. Coming to play against them, you asked me can play against them. Therefore, play with all of your heart, and again, can play with all of your might. Because football, of course, you cannot play without you being concentrated. You have to play with concentration. You have to play with your might. And that's you need for playing as oneness. So, if you actually take a look at all of these 3 factors or methods, I don't call. If you now implement them well, I believe say they're able to execute or able to achieve what they want to achieve. But if they're not actually implement all of them, they will just get for lost the game because of if you as a team lack in the area of the concentration. So for instance, you see say some things that they play, but maybe they go through a lot of challenges and that they affect again the players on the pitch of play. So if that affects them, simply means they lost concentration. And again, if they play, they aim for play game with that determination. Whereas everybody for focus again for be mindful of how they play. So if you don't actually focus and not concentrate, I believe say they're not able to do nothing. So they need for play with that might. Where for say yes, these people, this thing that they are playing, and they play for actually try for gain something so far. Where they don't gain now, I believe say they're able for go or where they are able for stand inside the one for actually go.
Okay. Other fixtures again on Wednesday, we get for play Freetown City Football Club up against Bantal. Bantal, they in some very flying form. At some point in the relegation threatened zone, but now they sit on 6th at the table. Freetown City just to make marginal improvement from what in performance they look like in the previous season. Then 2 are meeting together. Also, I think they go get the day.
Well, City Council, as you rightly mentioned, now one of the clubs the way they actually make good waves in Sierra Leone. Not just that as time they go on or be they come, they not be they actually they perform or deliver to the fans them. And that we make some of these clubs or the fans that we get for actually left and go. But let me tell you, when you as club they play, they begin for actually bring out some bad results. That they send a bad signal to the fans there outside there, and some of them begin for left. But coming to play today, of course, I believe say they get for play a fine ball and they get for actually, well, in this area, I will just sit on the fence because I know can take sideway. I know say we in football, it is never finished until the final whistle is being blown.
Okay, now other fixtures from Wednesday, we get for see Bible Warriors will play against Camboy Eagles. Diamond Stars go engage Wilberforce Strikers na Koidu Town Field, and Usum Stars go welcome Luawa FC na Usum Field inside McKinney for Wednesday. But keen interest on Abacha City. The time when they play against Old Edwardians be the 3rd position, when they be the 2nd from bottom for get a 1-0 victory against Old Edwardian. This time, then they play against Star Sports Academy on Thursday. And Star Sports Academy, they in some very high hopes for get a hand on the trophy. But Abacha City gets a big question on whether they're capable for cause an upset to a team like Star Sports.
Well, if they don't do against Old Edwardians, I believe say they will actually again implement the same method when they use for beat Old Edwardians. Or despite the fact that Start Academy and they lead right now. but that's not able for show for say or tell for say they're not able for actually come and beat the leader. We only see in different clubs them or different leagues them where team kid they at the bottom side, kid they still they even with a disturbing people say in the first. We don't see now Europe, Wolverhampton Wanderers, of course, in disturb Arsenal, Manchester City, and others. Again, in Africa, so to see I want to be precise, I believe say coming to play against them and they therefore can be another upset because of they come actually say let's say as long as the high hopes say we don't beat man when at the top out up there. So why can't you again do the same thing? They go see them again, they try for galvanize themselves and try for implement all of the things they will say they do them against all the audience. By doing that, they execute the results or they do for execute it one for do.
Okay, still on Thursday, we got for the Ports Authority up against Slifa Football Club. That one they go play na SLFA Academy and Abacha against Star Sport go play na Approved School. Bulom Stars on Friday go engage FC Calon na Approved School, whilst on Saturday we see another big one, Eastern Lions. They welcome Bull Rangers. These are the big pick for this week, apart from Old Edwardians and Mighty Blackpool. Eastern Lions, Bull Rangers, another mighty encounter this way. It can be a deciding factor on how then teams they progress. A win for Eastern Lions in this fixture can get them up to 27 points, which should say improvements in recent times don't be great, and a win for Bull Rangers can get them up to 39 points. Depending on whether Star Sports win against Abacha City, it can create massive energy boost for Bull Rangers against Eastern Lions. But Eastern Lions again need for win for they know get down, because if they lost that game, they go mean say if Bulom Stars or Usum Stars win, then go don't go above them. We go put pressure again on the technical team. Very big fixture.
Yes, Jaffa. I just want to say kudos to the entire management of Eastern Lions, because recent days, a month back, they actually perform well. But we don't see after so many meetings amongst the management, we don't see now some great improvement on the take place. And coming to play against Bull Rangers, we are one of the favorites of for come and win this year. And they see they put so many pressure on the leader. So I believe say if only in both of the teams can play with high intensity, they perform well and put up the result, I believe say they go able for go up there and make sure say they win. But the Rangers, of course, we see say they don't win so many games and they beat them. But again, we don't see say if Eastern Lions allow Rangers defeat them, they go actually go down as to be right in the measure with Stars and others that get for win. But therefore be a high match really for one to be stick at.
Okay, that's some of the fixtures we would expect for see inside match week 20 of the Leeuwarden Premier League. Now, just for Leo, we continue for update we listeners and viewers. Then we'll turn our attention to the Marampama Women's Premier League for match week 15, and we don't see some very interesting scoreline maybe come out inside match week 14. Mogbema Queens get a 4-0 victory over Venbok Football Club, while Kamara thrashed Sierra Leone Police female team by 4-1. FC Calon get a comfortable 2-0 victory against Rising Queens on Saturday. Then on Sunday, we will see Mena Queen get a 4-1 victory against Ashentonians Football Club. Malema Queen draw 1-1 with Patricia Umu. Koya Queens be lost to Kaola Queens by 3-1. Now, this is now how the table look like. We see by match week 14, after that result, they were just read. We see Mogbema Queens still on top of situation and then get 39 points. Gamke, they second position and then get 36 points. And FC Calon in third position gets 33 points. In fourth position, Kaola Queen get 31 points. Fifth position, Sierra Leone Police female team get 22 points. Patricia Umu in sixth position get 18 points. Rising Queens in seventh position get 17 points. And Mena Queens in eighth position get 17 points. In ninth position, Venbok then get 13 points. And in 10th position, Koya Queens get 9 points. Malema Queens sit on 11th when a relegation threatened zone at the moment, and then get 5 points. Ashentonians Football Club, they 12th at the table and then get 2 points. This is how it's like. But for match week 15, Venbok will start the action on Saturday in Putloko Town Field against Koya Queens, and the only match of the Female Premier League they play at exactly 10:45 from across different venues and within the play. Now, on Saturday again, we go for Malema Queens. They play against Kaula Queens on Saturday at the Kenema Town Field. Patricia Omu Football Club go play against Ashentonians Football Club on Sunday in Putloko Town Field. And then on Sunday again, Mena Queens go engage Rising Queens na the Wusum Field inside McKinney on Sunday. FC Kalon go lock horns with Ram K Football Club and Ram Kamara Football Club na approved school on Sunday at 10:45, and then Mogbemo Queens go play away to SL Police team. We go play on Sunday, and these are the interesting fixtures for the Marampama Women's Premier League. Very big tie for Ram Kamara Football Club. If they drop point with FC Kalon, it go mean say Mogbemo Queens, if they win, don't get massive leverage for getting hands on this trophy. And again, if Mogbemo Queens drop point against Sierra Leone Police, Ram Kamara go get massive speed if they're able for shorten the gap and equalize on points. That's if they win against FC Kalon. This is how interesting it be. The tie still there between Ram Kamara and Mogbemo Queens. FC Kalon just there by the corner, and then safe and just 6 point difference between them and the first position. But Ram Kamara and Mogbemo Queens are just 3 points different. But Mogbemo Queens then the lead proceedings at the moment at the Marampama Women's Premier League. That's an update from match week 15 inside the Marampama Women's Premier League. And from this, we'll turn our attention away from football and now to tennis. Usai, the president for the Salon Tennis Association and the BAM, say the memorandum of understanding where the association don't sign go help for promote tennis digitalization inside Salon, particular with young people where they try to understand the tennis sports in the country. And the BAM talk this way, the Salon Tennis Association go sign memorandum of understanding with Collie Limited Company as way for improve digital awareness about tennis sports in the country. We reporter Alfred Jana been the part of this, and we put this report together.
Collie Limited, a Salon-based technology solution company, will focus on digital transformation for people, business, and government entity them. The company in mission as Salon and for apply innovative technology for solve real world challenge and how people they live and use digital system. Now, side in the world, Collie Limited they emphasize inclusive solution design and same way so engage stakeholder them for build sustainable and impactful technology platform where they improve service delivery and access across sector them. And for sake of this make, Collie Limited don't sign a memorandum of understanding MOU with Sierra Leone Tennis Association. Inside this MOU, they last for 1 year.
Collie Limited, we are a technological company here in Sierra Leone, or digital solution company that is focused on driving digital and innovation and supporting the growth of our digital economy here in Sierra Leone. As a technology company, we believe deeply that the future of Sierra Leone lies in the intersection of talent, opportunity, and technology. That is why initiatives like this got us to want to partner. Sport does more than just bring people together. It also builds discipline, resilience, focus, and character. These qualities shape young people, not only into great athletes, but into confident leaders for the future.
The voice where you just listened to now the managing director Collie Limited, Cynthia Sumanke, they explain inside her own talk, the president for the Sierra Leone Tennis Association and the BAM. Explain what's in the partnership deal where the association don't sign with Collie mean.
Well, it means a lot amongst all other MOUs that we don't sign with other organizations. Collie, of course, they are an IT company in the country, and of course part of the MOU, then therefore support the children them where they play tennis, because we get a junior category, the Leon Tennis Association, where they play international tournaments, both local and international. So we want that support. They then therefore give support for make them go help with the educational achievements in terms of IT programs. Them there is a hub where they don't promise them will make, so at least the students when a young player them they go benefit from that. For make them go support we again for the nationals we get for start on the 30th of March to the 11th of April. They are going to give us support.
And the Bambi same so carry on to explain but waiting in vision for tennis na salon.
And our partners are the ones who are supporting us over the years in the development of tennis programs in the country. And as president, this is what I've been doing, because that's been my vision, to transform tennis in the country. And to have this partnership with Corley, it's a great opportunity and it's a great privilege for us. And so I want to say thank you first of all for giving us this opportunity to be part of this signing ceremony today. The Sierra Leone Tennis Association, over the years, we have had some tussles, but we are happy that we are moving forward and with our transformative efforts. Few years after the hitch, we have tried very hard to transform tennis in the country. We've had a couple of tournaments, and in line with that, we've had few contracts and MOUs, and it's a great pleasure to have one with Corley.
The managing director for Corley Limited, Cynthia Sumanke, continue for explain but with now the other side them with them focus pan.
Part of our CSI project is to support young athletes, young people. You know, we are trying to help eliminate usage of drugs, drug abuse, and so forth. And we are also trying to be part of the growth for the nation of Sierra Leone. And so partnering with the Sierra Leone Sports Tennis Association really helps. It's one of the ways we're trying to encourage young people to go into sport. I spoke about resilience and I spoke about discipline earlier. When you're playing sports, you do automatically become very disciplined. And so this initiative is just one step into something bigger for us. It's important to also encourage the youth. Instead of sitting, do something, movement, you know. And also we're living in a world of digitization. You know, as Corley, we are aware that, you know, even if there's digitalization, it means
Cynthia Sumanke end up for say, then also ready for extended partnership to other company them. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Fritana the report.
From that report to the program, sports updates stay continued. The number 077-981-981. The number you go use. The phone line door open now. You can call now for make your contribution and add your voice to the different thing they talk about and be part of the discussion when they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, or join the conversation on social media. Use the comment section for make your point and ask questions. But the different thing they look at inside this edition of the program. The time from 2 o'clock at 10:30, and at this point, Fumble will pause for a short while. Take this break. When we come back, we continue the discussion.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Sierra Leone with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as yourself will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
The program Sports Update Extra. They continue 077 981 981 at the number you go use 077 981 981 at the number you go use will be part of this edition and add the voice to the different thing that we look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. Where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Quickly before we can look at the international, just quick announcement from the Kube Sports Association. Also, the norm pool would say the final way them be done schedule for play on Prede, no go play on Prede again as the non push them to Sunday 22nd March and the final in venue go play in a KT Field between Bonos of Kube and Paparazzi of Kuton Road. And that will happen at 4 p.m. But then make your way in a KT Field on Sunday for witness how Bonos go play against Paparazzi. Now, that very interesting encounter. There's this one, Dr. Richard Conte Trophy for 2025-2026. With this, we'll start with the international, but then we'll welcome Mohamed Lamin Kebe. Mohamed, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning, Jaffa.
Yes, as you know, Champions League don't get in vibe, and we're then at the stage now, side team them for able to separate the men from the boys. And we see some teams that are able to get a foot to the next stage. Others, go for say the same. And this is how interesting the Champions League will look like. But taking you to some of the fixtures that we would expect for City today inside the UEFA Champions League, we get Sporting CP will go play this time at home against Bodo Glimt and Arsenal. But Sporting CP will play at 5:45. Arsenal go welcome Bayern Leverkusen na the Emirates, and Chelsea go entertain Paris Saint-Germain at 8 p.m. whilst Real Madrid go look forward for get a very interesting encounter against Manchester City. Very, very interesting scoreline. But we'll start off with Bodo Glimt. Very interesting team. They don't surprise a whole lot of Premier League teams there. And then play against Sporting CP na the league. They not lost no game yet. But they play against Sporting CP in their home inside Norway and then beat them by 3-0. Any chance of comeback there for Sporting CP in this one?
I don't believe so, Jaffa. But the glimpse, as you don't say.
But Sporting CP they play inside their home in the second leg now.
I know, but the margin, 3-0 difference, I don't see Bodo Glimt for not for qualify in this particular stage right now, owing to the fact of the match, the difference, the goal difference, as I don't see. Then also, when you look at the track record of Bodo Glimt inside this current Champions League, it is a novelty for see a performance from such a team. Jaffa, they don't beat Manchester City. They don't beat Inter Milan. Yes, even Atletico Madrid, tough teams inside Champions League. So people feel say they will not get past maybe the last stage for qualify. So not even with them winning, the few people will think say nobody thinks they will qualify for reach this stage. But they don't come, as you don't say, don't play sports in CP. We say don't do very impressively well. More especially the league. They are all able to get 3 notes. I don't feel say the advantage of sports in CP for playing at their own ground go mean say they're able to overturn the 3-goal deficit. But football, it's open to shocks. We can see shocks by football. But I feel say, in my estimation, in my prediction, I don't see Bodo Glimt for loss to Sporting CP. Well, Sporting CP could get the same way. But for later overturn, all the 3 goals them, Jaffa, I don't see that at all.
Okay, now let's turn our attention to Arsenal. Arsenal, now the English Premier League, now the top team when it comes to set piece. But then play against Bayer Leverkusen, we you know go say the same for the league when it comes to set piece. But then stop Arsenal and then set piece and then score against Arsenal on set piece. This time they're gonna Emirates. Then we go 1-1. But everyone knows say this one going to be a very interesting one. By far because of the performance where Arsenal get in the English Premier League at the time. You go on for right them, say that they get a smooth ride because then they play at home. But you think that's the case for B today?
Well, it's a matter of wait and see, Jaffa. But for all the 4 fixtures, I feel say this is the strongest. the one between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen. I say it's the strongest. You might want to say Manchester City and Real Madrid. Say it's a strong battle, but by virtue of the margin, the difference in goals, Real Madrid and Man City, it makes it less relevant as compared to Bayer Leverkusen. We see Bayer Leverkusen in performance against Bayern Munich, then draw 1-1. Even I think I stand to be corrected. It was last season Bayer Leverkusen won the league with Xabi Alonso. All that momentum in the end football. You go on for say, yes, Bayer Leverkusen they play away, they can at the Emirates, but I don't feel say that is enough to bank on. I don't feel say that is enough to bank on. If Arsenal we don't get 1 or 2 notes, considering the fact say Arsenal then defends one of the best, if not the best, right now, I go on for tick Arsenal, still they don't qualify. But just because Arsenal the play Emirates, I'm an Arsenal fan, I don't feel say that just will be a leeway to Arsenal. A difference in goal for don't make the tie different. Yeah, I mean, will make the tie better for Arsenal. But even as how it stands, I feel it's 55 to 45% prediction. 55% they go to Arsenal, and 45% they go to Bayer Leverkusen. But we have people, or some people, even some fans, if you say the fact say Bayer Leverkusen will hold on to the one or two results when we get, they allow Arsenal they allow themselves for concede penalty. Arsenal score when it comes Emirates. It's a matter of a deal done. I not see that it would have been a matter of deal. I keep on iterating. If we get a 2-goal deficit from Bayer Leverkusen, but only for bank on Arsenal they play Emirates, which means 70%, 70 to 30, as our people presume and for me it's wrong. For me, okay. I also stick to this, Jaffa, and the strongest fixture for this week. You could have also, apart from Real Madrid, you could even say Chelsea and PSG, and also a big fixture. But the first leg don't spoil the second leg in those fixtures.
Okay.
Jaffa.
Now, Alpha Jan, I want to bring you come inside again. We see Mohamed Lamine Kebe don't say fixtures like Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain. It's almost clear, say, come back, no, they happen yonder. You agree with Andy? Where the return leg fixture, they play, for example, Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea, they play inside Stamford Bridge, and the other one they play inside Etihad. Well,
Jaffa, you always say in football, you know, go predict something where you know actually see it, the outcome. So, for instance, 90 minutes always justify the means of the particular match. We don't see it happen between Liverpool and Barcelona. Inside Liverpool, we don't beat Barcelona, don't beat Liverpool 3-0. But in the end of that, what happened? Liverpool therefore progress. They beat Barcelona by 4-0. So I'm seeing that.
And even Paris Saint-Germain at some point, they don't get a fun victory against Barca. When they can get a 5-1 defeat.
Definitely. So that these are some of the references they make. So again, taking a look at PSG and out of Chelsea, despite the fact that Chelsea lost by 5-2, we don't go totally and entirely wipe them off from the race.
Because they get quality players.
Definitely. And again, according to Rosino, there are some of the reasons that make they lost the game. One, we see they lost concentration.
And the
goalkeeper make an error. So Chelsea don't go 2-2. And as time goes on, the keeper come and give away the ball. With that, one of it in lack of concentration. And she say they don't press Enzo Fernandez. So it's in one forgive the ball to Fernandez. Then later on, we see where one of the players from PSG come and waiting and into the ball from and score. And again, finally, we see where one of the players, Kvaratskhelia, and come inside from the bench and get 2 goals deficit. That already shows how lack of concentration still we are. But wiping off Chelsea totally from them being qualified today, let us wait and see.
So, Man City.
And Manchester City and all of Liverpool, Real Madrid, it's still the same thing. Guardiola, na a corny coach. He don't learn, he don't watch how Real Madrid play against
them. I think Manchester City, FIBA the Manchester City way win the Champions League some years back?
Well, one go say
They get quality player, go take that away from them. But in terms of their approach to fixtures and the kind way how they give away points this season, unlike all of the season, the way they win cup now the English Premier League. This season, you say when it comes to cohesion, the aspect of the ball possession, the tiki-taka, that day in Manchester City, just that now a team we don't use for play, for hold on to possession, they enjoy their style of play again. But you think even with them quality, then and Real Madrid wading into some kind of inconsistent form, both na the local league and also na Europe. You not think say mistakes can happen like what happened with Chelsea where the goalkeeper give away the ball, and Manchester City can leverage on that one day?
I believe say if Manchester City gets 2 goals first half, that match get for be a tough one. And again, as you talk about the tic-tac system that they play, now we see say Man City rely heavily on the wingers and now. Those days we get the Kelvin De Bruyne, and then they do the killer pass system. But now I'm not seeing the Kelvin De Bruyne in the Manchester City football system. Of course, now we see Doku there, we get Antonio Semenyo, and we get Ryan Shaki, of course. And talking about in order for be totally wiped out, for say City don't go out, but this matter for be a match one should be reckoned because it's going to be a tough match.
Yeah, because people still go on for pay attention.
Definitely.
For see if City can do the comeback or if that City will win the Champions League. Can come with a spirit for do something marvelous against Real Madrid. But until then, we're going to wait for see how things go pan out on that fixture. The 077-981-981 the number you go use 077-981-981. Now the number you go use for be part of this edition and the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Sport Update Extra. And as we don't look at some of the Champions League matches, important for the Guna update. But some of the fixtures that have been played yesterday, there are different leagues. Then we see yesterday Brentford get a 2-2 draw with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and inside Serie A, we see Cremonese lost to Fiorentina by 4-1, and the Spanish La Liga, Rayo Vallecano get a 1-1 draw with Levante. This is how things been turned inside the international scene. But then Fumble with more for some calls, but because of time, we're not going to do that inside this edition. So there's a plenty thank you for we listeners and viewers that will join me today inside this edition. Again, plenty thank you to Mohamed Lamin Kebe and Alfred Jana. We be part of this edition, and Musa Kamara, now producer for this edition. Me will bring Kanto on this one. My name is Jaffa Mans Davis, but alongside me, I've been on the work with Lucinda Williams. We make on get we live on a different radio set them, and Fatimata Samoa. We make on see we live na Facebook and YouTube. So till the next edition. Have a nice day. Goodbye for now.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people.
Brace up yourself and ready for another